Yeah, Destiny is friggin' falling apart, y'all. Now, I want you in the comment section to let me know if you're experiencing the same things I'm experiencing, and if you are, then how frequently? And I got a lot of different stuff in the video today. I got lots of instances of these error codes, and just so you understand how often it's happening to me, I'm not going to play footage of the same error code twice. So these are all unique individual instances of these error codes occurring. But besides that, I've been having a blast in momentum control this week. I love momentum control. It's just so fun. I got a nice 7th column in here for you to enjoy, a couple of we ran out of medals, 20 plus kill streaks, and more. So at the very least, hopefully the gameplay is entertaining. My good friend Cool Guy posted just a couple of days ago on Twitter. He said, "Don't think I'm crazy, but could be." Spoiler alert, he is, but for other reasons, not for this take. He goes on, "It kind of feels like we are reaching a breaking point of Destiny 2's stability, which has, again, feels like, been slowly deteriorating." Now, I don't think Cool Guy is crazy. For those of us who game with their eyes open, we've been seeing this happen for some time now. A lot of times it's simple stuff, like when they say it's Trials Week, but at reset Saladin shows up in the tower like he didn't get the memo, and then the servers go down for like 5 minutes, then they're back up and it's fixed. Or when the community votes and the map that wins is Altar of Flame. But then when Trials starts up on Friday, the map is Javelin 4 for the 3rd weekend in a row. That actually happened, by the way. And just this week, I'm seeing lots of issues, like the ones I'll play for you in the background here. I'm doing my thing in a match, maybe I'm on a kill streak, maybe I just popped my super, and then bam! Screen goes black, and I'm looking at error codes. Next thing I know, I respawn back at our team's current spawn location as if the game is saying, "You imagined the whole thing. Look, everything's fine."
Everything's perfectly alright now. We're fine. We're all fine here now. Thank you. How are you?
Usually you just get to carry on, but every now and then the game just doesn't know how to recover from that and it just kicks you all the way out of the match a few moments later. We lost a flawless run last weekend to this issue where my teammate got error coded, kicked, rejoined, and then full kicked during his first round back. It's more than an inconvenience at this point, it's a genuine problem now. And to make things worse, it doesn't even show up in the TWAB on the list of known issues that they're working on. And if you think that this is just an issue plaguing me and no one else, think again. Because here's what it looks like when it happens to another player in the heat of combat. And then you can see in the kill feed that the game does the exact same thing it does to me. It shows them as just joining the match after they lag and disappear. Or how about this instance, where it happened to 5 solo players on the enemy team at once? They get full kicked, and then it just leaves one poor sap to play the rest of the match out by himself. But that's not it. The game is now often having a hard time properly ending a match. Lots of games end in infinitely locked scoreboards where the timer hits 0 and then it locks everyone down in limbo. It won't let you queue up the tower or another match. Your only option is to log out to the switch character screen. Other times the game can't handle starting a match. And when the matchmaking locks in the 12th and final player, you get sent to limbo again, where the game will infinitely hold you in orbit with the other 11 players. And again, your only option is to log out to the character select screen. So if the game can't properly start a match sometimes, and it can't properly keep you in a match sometimes, and it can't properly end a match sometimes, then I think we have to acknowledge the hard truth that Destiny is experiencing some serious stability issues. And I don't say this to dog on Bungie or to dog on Destiny. I just simply say this as a gamer who loves the game and has to acknowledge the blatant facts. I'm not going to let my love for the game blind me to the fair criticisms about its performance. The honest truth is that I don't envy Bungie. I fully understand the predicament that they're facing. The game is huge, and the game is, in the tech world, well, it's very old. Destiny 2 has existed through a lot of gaming technical advances dating back to old-gen consoles, PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5, from Xbox One to Series X, from the 2080 graphics cards to 4090s, new gaming engines have released, there have been advancements in server maintenance and performance. I mean, it's a lot. It's very rare for an individual game to last this long, and the ones that do are much simpler and more basic. A lot of people like to point to some other MMOs that have stood the test of time, but none of them come even close to the complexity that Destiny 2 has. And then, so what's the solution? I mean, where do we go from here? How can Bungie reel this beast in? Here's where I'm at with this. I'm not a game developer. I'm not tech savvy the way the people at the studio are, and I don't know as much as probably I think I do, and neither do you most likely. But it's pretty clear that something's gotta give. Frankly, I think it might be high time we start thinking about letting Destiny 2 hit the old dusty trail. I mean, it's been a phenomenal ride, and before you freak out, I don't mean shutting down the servers and deleting all your stuff, but after the final shape, I'm feeling like if we genuinely want the quality of the Destiny experience to maintain its integrity, then we have to start thinking about separating what comes after the final shape from what we have now. It can still be Destiny. We can still have what we have right now, but engaging with the content that follows might mean booting up a different game? Now, before you lose your minds and freak out on me, let me just reiterate, I'm not the guy with the answers. If Bungie can find a creative way of keeping everything that we have with Destiny 2 directly connected with everything that's going to follow the Light versus Dark saga, and they can do that without the game falling apart and creating lots of nightmarish balance issues for their sandbox teams as well, then more power to them. I'll be genuinely impressed. But it's starting to feel like Destiny is reaching its limits, and pushing it even more might be tempting fate. Either way, to bring this all back to where we are right now, Destiny has some serious performance and stability issues in the now. I hope the devs can isolate the problems and get them sorted soon, because this is starting to get pretty old. We've been dealing with these issues for several weeks, and a couple of these issues have been present in the game for over a year. I understand that a lot of these things are completely disconnected and have no bearing on each other at all, but from the outside looking in, it can be a real feels bad to see Bungie actively shadow nerfing abilities and fixing Neomuna's double dipping on a chest that's hurting no one, while glaring issues like these seem to be not only untouched, but they appear to be unacknowledged. That's probably an unfair comparison to make, but appearances certainly matter regardless. What do you think of all this? Do you have any ideas or guesses about what's causing the instability and what Bungie might be able to do to address it? How would you handle it, and where would you take the Destiny experience to avoid it happening more? Leave a comment below and hit me with your thoughts. Thanks as always for tuning into the video today. Feel free to leave a like on it if you enjoyed the gameplay or the conversation, and subscribe for additional Destiny 2 content. Be warm and well fed, my friends, and I hope to catch you in the Crucible.
Zone B captured. You have zone advantage.
2 for 1.
Zone A lost. Enemy has advantage. Double down. I want more, Guardian. Zone B lost. Your enemy has a power play. You're almost there.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
But I wouldn't wish to fight against on the walls. I would tear out a Vex's heart with my teeth. I would sear the Cabal with my burning light, challenge the fallen Kells to personal combat and scatter them. I've been watching too many Crucible matches.